right, good morning, everyone. We're recording, so we're going to go ahead and get started. In the past, we've done some newsletters on properties and real estate. Today, we're going to go ahead and walk through the newsletter process again, but I'm going to go ahead and take those templates and show you how to do a seasonal newsletter. Since we're heading into the holiday season and fall and all that good, warm, cozy stuff, we're going to look at how to send something out to your sphere that's a little more personalized, a little more relevant for the times, and not necessarily focused on real estate. So I am going to start sharing my screen, and first we'll take a look at what I threw together yesterday. All right. All right, so everyone can see my screen. Can someone give me a thumbs up?
Yep, we gotcha.
Awesome, thanks. So this is a presentation I emailed to myself yesterday. I saw some great images from Elizabeth when she did her seasonal website training. So I grabbed some of those because it just felt so warm and cozy. So that's my header, but then if once you scroll through, you'll see there's a little personalized content about why I enjoy fall and what I'm looking forward to over the next month or so with the holidays coming. I went out to the Blue Matter blog, Coldwell Banker, and I grabbed some fall specific information that isn't necessarily real estate related, but just some fun stuff for your sphere or your clients to start thinking about as we head into decorating our homes and inviting people over for Thanksgiving. So there's some of that. As we all know, we're desperate for listings, so I did leave in some information that might attract somebody that's considering selling or looking at the possibility of selling their home. And then I've got another blog post here from Blue Matters about drool-worthy kitchens. You'll notice this is an old blog, and the homes aren't for sale or on the market anymore, but we all like to see some of this wonderful kitchen. I would kill to have this kitchen for Thanksgiving dinner, but it's kind of fun. We all like to peek in at those kitchens that we might not be able to have, but we still like to look at and think about how to redesign ours. So that was pretty much it. I kept it short and sweet, but we're going to go ahead and hop in now and see how I took that real estate specific newsletter template that we do have in. I'm going to walk through again how to bring it into your account and then how to customize it and make it a little more seasonal instead of real estate related. So we're going to go ahead and hop into Moxi Present. I'm going to go ahead and log in as one of the agents that has given me access to their account, so I can walk through pulling that template in an account that does not have it yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I fibbed. I would have to go into an incognito window to do that. I'm having problems in Safari, so I'm gonna walk through it in my account. Tech always have that those little tech hiccups. But the agent would just have to go in to where it says, or the ASC, go into where it says brokerage presentations, as opposed to the my presentations, which is the default page that loads. And once they're in there, they should see a few presentations. There's the regional newsletter template and the agent focus template. I'm going to go ahead and grab the regional newsletter template. Right here, you would see it would say add to my presentations if it wasn't in your account yet. I'm going to re-add it so I have a new one that I can edit and make changes to. There we go. It's going to confirm. I can go back now to my presentations and out of the brokerage presentations. And here's my new unedited, clean regional newsletter template. To get started is click this little pencil up in the right hand corner and I can start editing. Actually, this is not the one. Sorry. I guess I jumped in too fast. This is the one that I already did yesterday. All right, so my bad. I made changes to the template yesterday. I didn't have enough coffee. So we're gonna grab the agent focused because that one has not been changed, and I will go change those regional ones back to what they were. Okay. So now we have our agent focused newsletter template, and I'm gonna hit the edit pencil. If you're an ASC or an admin, you will probably be able to edit this page right here. But if an agent has logged in and this pencil is not available, that means that they can't edit that page. All they have to do is go to the three dots right here and duplicate that page. That page that they've duplicated, they will be able to edit. They'll just want to go ahead and make sure to remove this page and the sample page, so that when the newsletter goes out, it's just that one page that they've edited and prepared as a newsletter. So now I want to get my content prepared. So I'm going to use a different image so I can walk you through how to get that header image in. I'm going to hop over to Schmidt Resources, because that's where I grab my imagery all the time, since the marketing department has given us so many great images to use. I'm in Michigan, so I'm going to go to Michigan. Oh, there we go. My computer needs coffee too. I'm going to go into the social graphics square right here. And for this one, I'm going to do something that's more Thanksgiving focused. So I'm going to go into the holiday and seasonal graphics. And look for Thanksgiving, which is right here. The nice thing about these is they're all logoed and DBA'd. So I'm in the woodland region, so I'm gonna grab one for woodland, and I really like this image right here. So all I have to do is click on it and download. And there it goes. So now I can go back to my present. I'm going to get rid of this video. Home is a place we've all seen a bit too much of these past few months. By clicking on the pencil and Xing out right here is going to clear that box. So now that video is gone and we have a clean box to put our new image in. So I'm going to click on the image icon. I'm going to upload that image that I just downloaded. It's in my downloads folder. I'm on a Mac, so it goes straight into my downloads folder, and it's that one that was just downloaded at the top of my list. Excuse my computer, it's running very slow today. And there we have our great Thanksgiving image. I'm going to click add. So now we have a nice festive Thanksgiving banner, which is great for a November newsletter, as our header image for this newsletter. Now I like the layout that I had before, which was just one big text box right under the image so that I could personally connect with my clients about what I love about this season. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this 2-column row here by clicking the garbage can. I'm going to keep this one right here because this is actually a spacer so that my newsletter boxes don't jumble up and get too close together. But I am going to also delete this one right here. Right there. Now where those two were, I'm going to add just one big text box. Actually, I do have it there already. So here we have our text box. And I'm going to hop over here and just copy and paste so that we don't have to take too much time typing. So we'll say this is the text that I wanted to use. Rather than typing it, I can just copy and paste it into here. And paste. So now I have my little intro to my newsletter that's kind of connecting me to my sphere and letting them know what I'm so excited about this fall. And then next, we're going to go ahead and add a row. And remember that row I had next was a 2-column row. So here we have 2 columns. And then I had the small section. Actually, we'll go ahead and do it this way. We're going to put the small section on the right. That's where our image is going to go. And this is where our little Blue Matters blog post is going to go. And I'm going to show you next how I decided what to put in that section. So we have our row set up and ready. We can go ahead and add our image here by clicking image. And this image I've used before, so it is in my account, and that's the healthy home. I thought that was pretty nice for Thanksgiving. So I went ahead and left that image. And now we're going to hop over to coldwellbanker.com. And we're going to go to the Blue Matters blog. If you're not sure how to get there, the easiest way is just coldwellbanker.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page. And right here is Coldwell Banker blog. And this is their blog. And then there's a couple different ways that you can find relevant content. I started by using the search, which you just click on the eyeglass here, and I typed fall. And that is where I came up with how to use your census to transition your home from summer to fall. But there were some other posts here as well. So you can kind of look through and see if there's anything you'd like to use. I used this one, so we're going to go ahead and click on it to open it. And then all you need to do is copy the URL for this page, which is right up here. I'm just going to click, right-click, copy. Now I can go back to my present. And we went through this before. Thankfully, they make it really simple to embed a web page into your newsletter. We're going to go to the More option. We're going to the black and white globe, not the color globe, but the fourth one in the black and white globe, and that's the iframe option. You don't even need to know what that means. You just need to remember iframe. You can paste that URL right there where it says URL. For width, we're going to use 95%. That's going to fill up 95% of the box. And the nice thing about not doing 100 is, again, we're trying not to smash stuff up next to each other. And then for height, height needs to be done in pixels. I usually do between 400 and 600, depending on where the main content of the page lies. If it lies further down the page, I'm going to use 600 pixels so that the client or the viewer can see the content that you want them to see. But right now, I'm going to do 600 pixels. I'm going to set the alignment to middle, and I'm going to enable scroll. That's all that I have to do are those 5 boxes, and I'm going to click OK. You won't see it right away. It takes a little bit to build, but usually if you go up here to save and scroll back to that section, there you have your content. It's not the same size as the image. And unfortunately, there just isn't a lot to do there if you want to get this full title visible. You're just going to have to kind of balance it out by centering the picture. Or you can just go full screen with the content of the website. It's totally up to you. But your viewer is going to be able to scroll through and read the article right here in the newsletter. They're not going to have to go out to the Coldwell Banker site. And everything's available right here. They can even search the site and go to other places on the site right here in your newsletter. Next, I left this in the original newsletter because, again, like I mentioned, we are really looking for listings right now. So leaving a little real estate content in here, especially trying to reach out to those potential sellers, probably a good idea right now. And then we had another article. So I'm going to remove this header column here because it isn't necessary in the type of newsletter we're building now. I'm going to clear this box. And I'm going to go back to my Blue Matters blog, and I'm going to show you another way to find relevant information for what you might need. You'll notice up here, there's a category section. This is how I grabbed some other information. I went into categories, and I just kind of scrolled through and looked for things that might be relevant. So here under Going Green, there were 5 things to do to your grass this fall. That might be nice. And since we're in Michigan, there was a Grand Rapids section. So I hopped into here, and they had a great article. Again, it's old, but most of these businesses are still around. I think all of them are, about apple picking, corn mazes, and other, I think, fall activities. So I clicked on that, our family-friendly fall flings. So that's a kind of a nice article, and has some of our local businesses in it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that URL by clicking on it, right-clicking, copy, going back to Moxi Present. Again, we're going to choose the More option right here. We're going to look for the black and white globe. That is our iframe option. I'm going to paste the URL, put my width at 95%, my height at 600 px. I guess I didn't clarify that up above. Pixels, you don't have to spell out, just px after the number is going to give the system the information it needs. Middle, enable scroll, and okay. So now once we save, you can go ahead and get rid of these other real estate specific rows. And there we have a nice little seasonal newsletter for your agent to send out to their sphere of influence. Again, I would just connect with your clients here, let them know what it is the newsletter is about and why you're sharing this information with them, and then grab some useful information about the season that's relevant to the topic of the newsletter. Once you're done, you just save. And go back to your home screen. Oops, I'm sorry, back to your present. Your present home screen. And I would probably change the name. So I went into the 3 dots to settings, and this one would be my Thanksgiving newsletter. And I would go ahead and save that with the new name. And then come back here to email. If your agents have synced their G Suite and have created some groups, maybe a newsletter group, all you have to do is type that, and it's going to pull that in from Engage, which again, pulled it in from G Suite. But if you have that group set up, all you would do is select that group, add your subject line, and then add your personal little message that's going to show up. And then when they get the email, it's going to show them that subject line, the personal message, and they're just going to click through, and that newsletter will open, and they'll be able to go in there and look at that content. So that's it for the building out the newsletter. I'm more than happy to go through any of those steps again. I'm going to hop into the chat here. It will not send as a BCC. It's going to actually send, it's going to look like it came to each individual contact. Any other questions? Has anyone built a newsletter yet since we've had the last call? Any experience with using it? No, the customers will absolutely not see the other email addresses. All right. It is very user-friendly. The trickiest part is the iframe, and it's just really remembering those numbers, and most of the templates have the little cheat sheet in them. Just remember to delete those extra pages if you've got that cheat sheet in there, so that the client is just getting the one that you've edited, the page that you've edited. Can you open the final newsletter to review it prior to sending? Yes, you can. If you go to View, Web Presentation. Once they click on the link in their email, this is the page they'll land on, and they'll just scroll down to see that email. You can also send a copy to yourself before you send it out, but the View option is available and shows you exactly what they're going to get. You are able to share to social media. It's going to place a link in the social media, and I am fiddling with, and I'm hoping to be on the call tomorrow to figure out how to change this. When you post to social media, it posts the agent's signature image instead of, I would rather it post this image, and that's a question I'm going to pose to Moxi if that's available. The only other way is to bring this image in separately, but then you have to leave that URL in there, which I don't always like on a post. It doesn't look as nice.
Yeah, so, we can dial in with that with the team definitely check on that. Yeah, absolutely.
But yes, the formatting is fine, and you can post it the way it is. It's just, I would like to make it prettier. All right, anyone else? Good. Well, everyone have a wonderful Halloween this weekend. And again, just start thinking those fall vibes and get your agents to get some newsletters out. I think this is a great way to connect with their sphere on a personal level and to personalize it rather than sending out some of those generic things that we have available. So reach out if you have any questions. We're always here to help, and look forward to next time.